Alright, happy Friday everybody. A little bonus video here. Alright, so I typed in the post yesterday or last night, whatever, that would be looking short. As you can see, I've got the back half of the overnight session highlighted here. Price came out this morning and just headed down here, and there wasn't anything really great new to do, so so there wasn't anything to do as far as taking a new short or anything there that looked real exciting. And then of course, as the morning progressed on, you get closer to non-farm. From the December 6th video, you can see where I closed out the second part of that. That's this dotted line and arrow there. So on that video I showed the first part of it, which was 20 some pips, and then this was 94 pips, so about 114 over 2 days on that move down. We've been looking down each day, so as we watched, as it stayed in that direction, wasn't much reason to get out. Wasn't willing to hold it during non-farm because you just never know what non-farm is going to do, but ended up being a good trade nonetheless there for a couple days. And I've also got another I took along today, and I'm going to talk about it. We'll use it. Now, obviously, I don't suggest you trade non-farm as you're trying to get profitable. If you've not been a profitable trader, don't trade non-farm. But what you can do during non-farm is identify areas on the chart that you think price might go to, and just use it as a practice of identifying where price might go on a chart. And I think that's the most useful benefit of non-farm as you're trying to get profitable. This was a pretty tame non-farm for Euro USD in comparison to some, so it gave a good opportunity today to trade it. So the first thing you do is you identify places that you think price might go to. So I've got some 3 green lines on here, so I drew these before non-farm, and I said, okay, maybe 60, that's this overnight area that it broke down from. And then my next area was 75. That was an area of support excuse me, yesterday, that turned to that price didn't get above overnight and stayed below. And then there is this line up here at about 92. I see that as probably the most critical level, and today, if this would have been one of those really extreme non-farms where it just exploded to the upside or something, I would have looked for price to get above that and then possibly support at it, and then that would have been a good place to take along as well. I also have a line way down at, there it is, at 66, just in case that thing exploded straight down. I would have been interested to see if it's come to a dead stop around that area, and you can look back about, I don't know how many days, my goodness, 15 or so days. Don't hold me at that. It's quite a while back, three weeks or so ago, to find that level and why I liked it. And then of course you can also see why I liked this area. This was my goal for that second part of that longer term trade that I ended up in, and you can look back about 10 or 12 days, I think it is, and see why this area was a good candidate for holding price. But anyway, so what I'll go do now, because you can't really see it from this obviously, but so let me go down to a 5 minute here, and there we go. So you can see the details of non-farm here. So what you want to see is you'd like to see price go to the area and then come back from it, and so that's a test of the area. So during non-farm, this slowly made its way up here, and it wasn't a really explosive move or anything. It just slowly kind of made its way up here, and then at the towards the end of the 5 minutes of this candle, it made its way back down, and then it came down and it tried out these lows on this candle, and again, it wasn't really extreme action or anything. It just you're just watching to see if it was going to break through or not, and towards the end of it, it didn't, and it came back up. And so that's when I entered, and it gave me about 7 pips of risk here, or maybe 8, for 24 pips of move back up to that green line. And now, obviously, that's just kind of raw risk. I'd be willing to give it 15, but whether I give it 15 or I give it 8, or if it starts moving in my direction, I move it to break even, I've still got risk reward in my favor. So entered, and 10 minutes later, it was back up at the line here, and was able to get out up there, and then I was done for the day. So so it was a good day. It's 100 and some from the couple day, and then back long today and that was, I think, like 22 right there that you're looking at. So good 3 days of trading on just Euro USD. Pretty basic stuff. I mean, and so now that what do we look for at this point? Well, since it's gone here and it's started, it's tried to come back down. Let me go back to the 15-minute here. So as it's hit here, it came back down, and it's hit this area a couple times. So it's now trying to push up through and get to this 75. As you can see, it's making a pretty decent little late day run here to try to get to that 75. I've seen some days where you get a big move right at the end, so maybe it goes through 75 and gets up to 92. I don't know, or maybe it rejects as it gets closer to this 75. But where we're hovering around that opening price, that where we determine are we up or down for the day. So we'll see how this closes out, so we can figure out if it's what we're going to be looking for on Monday, if we'll be looking to go up or or go short. So we'll have to wait and see on that, but hopefully this video is helpful. And again, the point of it more than anything is just to say, I believe that understanding price and just seeing what's going on in front of you, because so often we don't really watch price. We watch some indicator or something. We're watching some system or whatever, or somebody else telling us what to do. But if you'll really spend your time just watching what price does, then it makes everything so much easier. And hopefully, Reardon, as you've seen over the last week and a half here of these videos, I'm not doing anything extraordinary. There's no indicators. There's no buzzers going off or anything else. There's just no gurus. It's just, this is all there is to it. And it can be this simple. And simple isn't exciting, but it's profitable. So, and that's our goal. And hope this helped. See you guys next week.